Alright, y'all, we back testing. I just got the excuse me. I just got the paid version. Let me throw on a sweater. Actually, it's quite cold because it rained. So the house is probably like, I mean, we have the air set to like 74, but since it rained, it's like what? It was smooth, like 95 degrees out, so now it's probably like 68 in here. It's cold as hell. Anywho, alright, let's get it, boys. So, we got, that's an issue. Alright, there we go. Nice. Okay. We're not even gonna bother with daily or anything. Just gonna hop straight to 4 hour. Let's get a session indicator. What is that? I don't like that one. Oh, bro, what the heck? Not very user friendly. We'll just get rid of that. Alright, cool. And then we'll come here. We'll bang, bang, bang. Alright, cool. Alright, so is it even on? Okay, there it is. Alright, anyway, so on the 4 hour, we are coming down to these lows. We're bearish. We got those highs there. Sorry, let's just put it here. Alright, cool. We got that. I don't I don't know why the color doesn't freaking transfer over. You know, whatever, it's fine. That doesn't even matter. Alright, we got that 4 hour, this 4 hour low right here. Bro, can we not be doing this? Got that. Okay, cool. And then on the 1 hour, bearish as well. Alright, cool. Hop down to the 15. Alright, so that's a London high. London high, Asian high are relatively equal. And then right now we have pre-market lows right there. So boom, boom. Okay, we made an SMT off of Asia session. Alright, cool. So hop down to the 5. Bang. What time is it? 9. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's zoom in more. Made an SMT there. Came down. All gaps are filled low-key. You could have entered right here, actually. Skip too far ahead. You could have entered at 9 right there. All gaps would have been filled. And then target up there. Or top of the morning tea right there. You know. So we're gonna go to the 1 minute. Filled all of those with a bullish reaction out. I would enter long, but overall we're very bearish. we did make that SMT. So would my profitable self enter long here? I'm thinking yes. So how about 5? Come on, guys. Let's go ahead and target. So my issue has been targeting too high. So instead, let's just target top of that gap. Boom. Place order. Bro, come on. You know where I want to enter. What is up with it, bro? Why can't I enter? Why? I'm so confused. Why am I not allowed to enter here? We should be able to place that now. Bro, what the fuck? What is it saying? A buy limit order can only be placed below current price. Alright, whatever. We'll go. It's 884. So we'll go right there. Place order. Forgot to click it. Bang. Alright, bro. This shit is not user friendly. Alright, let's see what happens. Pushing down. Bro, what the f. Oh my god! I was backtesting before this. I couldn't. I'm doing so bad. I don't know why. Okay. So that didn't play out. I mean, what even happened? Did. Yeah. I mean, we're bearish. Shouldn't have. Oh my days. Alright. We got that. Target right there. We're still bearish. We got that. On a 4 hour, we could target here maybe. Alright, 5 minute. So we had to change in state to the down, to the up, and are filling in gaps. Final gap would be here, right there. Oh my god, I'm not even looking at ES. Made an SMT off of that low potentially. Still just pushing down. Market hasn't opened. So we took out that low. Change state of delivery to the upside. Give the final gap right here. Alright, we filled everything on ES, also making an SMT to the upside. Got a entry right here. Alright, let's look at this real quick. So what can we target? We'll just target New York session high 4.2. That's really good. Alright, forgot to click it. Bro, like I'm new to this. I'm new to this. Place order again. Alright. Alright, there we go. That's the trade. The fuck? Really, bro? And it's gonna rip to TP. Oh, never mind. Dog, what is happening? Alright, we're gonna change this to 9:30. Maybe if we actually trade market open, we'll do better. Alright, so market opened. Coming up. Let's just look at the 5. Alright. Did we fill all gaps here? They've already been filled. I think we're gonna push down here. Fuck, bro, I haven't even been looking at this. We're far more bearish there. Now are we gonna use that gap? No. Pushing down. Change state and delivery. Let's go to the 1 minute. Final gap is right here. About 10:50. I won't even be on the charts anymore. Okay, so we're bearish. What happened? Market opened. Took out that low, pushed down. We're bearish. Alright, so yeah, terrible day. Anyways, I'm gonna go to New York session. It would be nice if it actually took us to the freaking candles. Whatever though. 5 minute. London high right there. Pre-market low. Let me just put that in though. And then we have New York session high right there. Let's see what happens. Alright, so market opens. No SMTs so far. Pushing up. Let's hop down to the 1. Way to change in state of delivery. The final gap was filled. Ideally, I would have entered there. I wasn't even looking. I don't know why. And then target right there. It's too late to enter now, though. Okay, now we're just chopping. It's 9:43. Would have got stopped. Damn, bro. I'm getting cooked. Is that why the 3-minute gap? Then we came out of that. Now we're gonna push up. Never mind. Bro, what is going on? It's like chop, chop, chop every freaking day. And then we eventually rip up. I mean, are there like any entry? Like, what do you, I don't even know what's happening. Well, I guess that's a day my strategy wouldn't have worked. Filled everything on ES. Although not until here. And even then, ES, you could have entered, but NASDAQ would have stopped you out. Unless you put it at the bottom of the liquidity pool. Alright. Trash all that. Alright, so... Alright, we got Asian highs. Lows right there. Then I guess highs there. Let's look at the high time frame, actually. So we're within all these gaps. We're in a downtrend. Bearish. What is that dotted line? Anyways, whatever. So I'm bearish there. Came down, wicked into. We're in that gap, and now we're getting a bullish reaction out. Maybe we'll take Asian high and then continue lower. Market's about to open. Took it out on ES. I mean NASDAQ. Took it out on ES now. We're still pushing up. 10:30, no trade. What, like... Yeah, I don't even know, bro. I'm doing so bad right now. I've been trading terrible yesterday and the day before. It's making me mad, making me very mad. Alright, so only thing that matters here, London low. London low. I guess that's Previous day high and previous day low. Okay, yeah, that's what that is. Or previous session. No, previous day. So we're in this range. See what happens. Alright, let's see what we get. We haven't taken Asian. Oh wait, we did. What was I? What the freak am I looking at, bro? I'm too tired for this shit right now. 9:30 opens, we're bullish. Took out previous day high. Bro, this makes me want to trade like coal, bro. Coal trades or whatever. Dude, just freaking... He'll just see that enter and freaking win. Anyways, boom. This could be a high time frame SMT. Dog, like, am I, like, what the freak is happening to my chart? Why does it keep skipping around? So market opens and we just freaking rip all day. And then chop. It's a Monday, that's why, anyways. It's a Monday, probably don't want to trade Mondays anyways, so. I'm on the 15. Took out previous day low. We're bullish. We have Asian high, London high, pre-market highs, all like that. Same thing there. Alright, so we changed our state of delivery right there. Wick down for some reason. Don't tell me I'm doing this dumb shit again. Okay. I was like, no, I've been trading not in the New York session. Okay, we are. Alright, anyways, made an SOC. Whoa. I guess there was news. It's just 9:30 candle open. Came up here. Displaced hard. Build that 1 minute gap. I would want to see. I think we're gonna be bearish though because of how ES is moving. All right. Well, we got our bullish reaction out. So I am gonna be longing. What are all those dotted lines, bro? I don't know. I'll go like that. Long to here. Boom, place order. Alright, there's our order. Fuck, bro! Like, what am I... Oh, I'm trying not to get mad right now. I don't know what's happening. Taking these off. These are the reason. Maybe that is what it is. The blue light's like making me tired. Because I wasn't tired at all. But what the freak, man? I'm just freaking bullish. Filled all the gaps. Looking good for longs. And then that happens. And then ES is bearish. Alright. Okay. Did some breath work. Calm down. You can learn from everything. What did we want to do? Let's see. Is there a gap we wanted to fill or something? No. Maybe on the 3 ski? Already all filled. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like, look, like, there's just... Is there a gap down there I missed? Nope. Nope, nope. We are just kind of ranging, but I need to take this as when the pairs are uncorrelated and you can't really get one clear narrative, don't enter. That's what we learned in this one. Bro, I'm about to tweak out, man. Because off camera, I don't know if you guys, well, of course you didn't see it. I did 10 days, a loss every day, get stopped out, runs to my TP. Like, what the hell, dude? Anyways, let's go to the next session, shall we? Bro, this shit is fucking stressful. Alright, change state of delivery right there. Let me just take it slow. Change state of delivery on both. There's a down candle right there. Whatever. It's another 1 minute. $9:30 opens. We freaking rip up. Yeah. Oh my god, come on. Bro, I hate when that happens. I don't know about y'all, but when freaking I'm trying to target something and the magnet thing does not want to work. So we freaking rip up right there. We would want to see, did this gap get filled? No, we would have to see this gap get filled. Which I doubt is going to happen. Check out pre-market highs. What the Sigma? We tapped into it, but not on ES, and that's kind of scary. Although we filled it on ES. We have that gap on ES. So we just gotta play this slow. We got a bullish reaction out. This is my strategy. This is my setup. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna enter there. Stops there. We'll target here. Click it, place order, save, boom. Shall we? Right. Go. We're up 2 bands. We're up 200. We're stopped out. Okay, so we just targeted right here. That would have been a 1 to 1.89. And guess what? That's all I need. That's literally all you need when trading. So I need to stop going for these crazy RRs and actually catch some freaking dubs. Because in the long run, that's what's gonna work. But sadly, I don't even know, dude. Like, are we gonna fill it on ES and then rip up? Is that what we're about to do? So that is what we wanted to do. We wanted to come down, take that low right there. I mean, I guess you could have entered here. Do a stop there. Although we still had unfilled gaps on ES, I think. Yeah, we did. Like, but then you could have got your freaking nice, big, nice trade. Nice. Dude, took it out. What time is it? Made an SMT. Filled that gap. Now we're gonna rip down, I bet. Nope. Dude, I'm like tweaking out right now. Wow. What the hell? Let's go to the 30. What happened? We came down. We made a SMT off of data lows. Ripped up. Change in state of delivery. The final gap is right here. Market opens, come down a little, continue up. And then just disregard my gap. Dude, I thought backtesting was supposed to like help your strategy. This is making me feel like my strategy is not even a thing, doesn't work, and is terrible. When in reality, I just got my first payout from it. Like what the hell, dude? Dude, like, can I just catch like one dub, please? Alright, 9:30, market opens. Very, 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 very bullish. All gaps are filled. So if you run the chart, right here you could have entered and already been done. What the hell happened, bro? I was freezing. Now I'm hot. Probably because I'm getting pissy. Gotta go eat some chicken wings, bro. I want to be done backtesting. This is the worst purchase I've ever made. All it's done is make me mad. And on this day, all we had to do was be there for this. And you literally... That candle just changed colors. I swear I'm not crazy. And you could have caught 1 to 5. Or if you're feeling ballsy and wanted to target up here, 1 to 10. We're going to change that again, because I'm going to start... I like getting on the charts at 8. I changed it. I don't know why, because mainly I've been entering during market open lately. But holy hell, dude, am I freaking upset right now. Let's just go to the 5. The 5. Alright, so market opens, we come down, come back up, go up. Probably filling in gaps that need to be filled to push higher. Took out data high right there. Made a SMT off of previous day high. So now we're pushing lower. We just had to change in state of delivery. The final gap being right here. Alright, we're looking good. Let's get a retrace. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe my gaps don't matter to you. You know what? We're gonna test something out. Will this gap hold later into the day? Maybe not. And now we're in Asian session. Holy hell, bro. So it did hold. Huh. So if I stood on the charts for 24 hours, finally hit it, got a bearish reaction out right there. I want to say I targeted bottom of Asia. Dude, this is like ruining me. Did it work? Oh yeah, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Okay. Let's take it slow. Why did it have to rain, bro? I was gonna go fishing. Instead it rained, and I took that as a sign to backtest, and now I lost what little confidence I had in my strategy. Anyhow, let's get it. So we have... Alright, let's really do an analysis. We're now bearish on the 1 hour. Bro, I just want to go eat food. Like, this is ruining me. Literally ruining me. Made an hourly SMT, saying we're gonna go higher. We have that hourly gap, and then on the 30-minute, we have that gap. We're bearish, but we switched to the upside now, but we're still bearish on ES. Okay. So on NASDAQ, this was the final gap to be filled, which we filled right here. So if I was looking the chart at the moment, could have longed right there and target right there. But I doubt that will play out. Yeah. Because we're bearish on ES. And anyways, you guys know what I mean. Not that anyone's ever gonna watch my videos. Okay, so we took out that low, made another SMT, changed our state of delivery to the upside, came down. This is the final gap right here. Go a little further. So we're edging gaps now. Alright. I think another one of my issues is I've been a 1 minute warrior lately. What the hell is that, bro? It's like eye booger. Nasty. Anyways, that's another thing. We didn't sweep liquidity. That's the issue. I don't even know why I didn't think of that. Well, back to we haven't been sweeping liquidity. That's the main part of the strategy, and I've been ignoring that. So yeah, I'm a freaking idiot apparently. Let's go on the 15 and mark out some draws on liquidity, shall we? Asia low. We just took out that low. And if we continue on this little low resistance run, we got those. We already took out Asia there. Okay. Cool. Alright, there. We just took out Asia on NASDAQ. And by doing that, we filled in the final gap on ES. So I've noticed that when you make a SMT and like the other indice is doing exactly what you need it to do, you can long actually. We're gonna try this. I would take that on ES, but I'm not trying to trade ES anymore. So we're just gonna there. We're risking $960 to make a 1 to 20. All right. So we're freaking doing great right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Market opens. We're still bullish. No reason to come down at all. Maybe fill those gaps. I would never hold through this real trading. Bro, I would have freaking, the second we were like, here, close that shit. You know, like, this, like, holding that would be crazy. So ideally, if I was actually trading on a funded, which that's what I need to be, I would have targeted right there. But that's besides the point. So we took out the low we created to get that entry. Come down, fill the gap. Alright, never mind. We're still overall bullish though. So I think we're gonna, yeah. Or maybe not. TP would have been edged. Alright, no. Wait, no, yeah, it got edged again? Wow. Anywho, yeah, so that like in this situation, realistically, I would have went on the 5 minute and I would have been like, okay, this trade is crazy. Where do I need to target? And I probably would have started pulling it and been like, whoa. Like I probably would have been like, all right, what about this high? I'm like, well, it went at 12. I'm like, so I probably would have just went right there. That's what I would have done because doing a 1 to 20 unfunded is ridiculous in my opinion. Hold on, my girlfriend is texting me. Trading and making YouTube, so not on my phone, sorry. But yeah, that's a pro tip if anyone ever ends up using my strategy. I was doing really bad, as you noticed, but that was because I for some reason wasn't waiting for a liquidity sweep because I'm a freaking idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, as you can see there, when you're trying to enter on NASDAQ, and let's say in the situation it pushed lower, but that lower created a SMT, but on ES it filled in the final gap and you get a bullish candle on both, you can enter that. Vice versa, where if ES did that, or if it's up, like here's NASDAQ high, and then it's coming down, and here's the gap, right? It fills it, but ES's gap is here, and what am I doing, bro? I could freaking draw it. So like, let's say NASDAQ goes like that, fills the gap right here, right? But ES, the change in state, you're here, and it fills the gap here, right? Fills it, but the gap on ES is there, and then NASDAQ comes up and grabs that high, but by the time I got there, it went there. If you get a bearish candle on both, you can enter on NASDAQ, because that would be a perfect entry on ES, but you can actually enter on NASDAQ with like that, and then targeting there, you know? So, pro tip right there. Pro tip. Anyhow, yeah, I don't know what my issue was. I wasn't freaking waiting for a liquidity sweep, Barumi, which was stupid. Alright, I'm gonna do like 2 more days and then I'm gonna go eat because I'm starved. Alright, so we made a SMT off of London lows. So actually, all gaps were filled. I mean, maybe if we get a super duper nice reaction off of this, you could enter. But ideally not. So let's see how it plays out. It's 8 a.m., right? Yeah, 8 a.m. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 8:20 now. All right. So as you can see, let's see. There's a gap here on the S&P, but this is something I would enter. Maybe my win rate would get boosted if I stopped doing this and only traded when all the gaps are filled on both. 1 to 5, don't need it. Stop being greedy. Target pre-market high, boom. Place order, save. Alright, let's see how this plays out. Nice. Alright, cool. So our first dub. We didn't wait for the liquidity sweep. The liquidity sweep already happened, creating SMT off of London lows, and then we filled the final gap that had to be filled, and we targeted the pre-market high. So, and it's only 8:30, bro. Like, that's the shit right there. So let's see how the rest of the day goes. Hold up, let me delete that. So hop on the 5-minute. Go on the 5-er. All right. Did we sweep pre-market low? Yeah, we swept pre-market lows. So in that case, this would be another valid entry right here. Ideally, you would just get off, but since it's so early, I would probably still be on. Let's go down to the 1. If we get a bullish reaction, all right, no. Okay, so now we have a bullish reaction. Let's see if we're filling that gap on ES, the final gap on ES. So that's another time you can enter right there. So they want it below, so they want me to put it like right there. And then target that high, boom, place order, save. Crazy drawdown. That was stressful. Back in it. Filled the final gap to the downside, even though there's no liquidity super change in state. So that's scary. Alright, yeah, we're out. So now we're gonna go back to the 5. By the way, I would not. Like if you win, bro, just walk away. Like I would not. I'm just trying to. I know backtesting, you're supposed to trade exactly how you trade with all your rules and everything, but right now I'm really just trying to test new things, figure it out, like using the SMT thing. You know, continuing further with future gaps, seeing if they work. After a objective has been reached. Apparently not. So what did we do here? We made a SMT again, which counts as the liquidity sweep. Alright, so we swept London highs, I believe. Alright. Created an SMT, got a down candle. Got another down candle, creating a change in state of delivery. So we would want to see this gap come up and get filled right here. There's like a little gnat flying around. The final gap here would be, oh, same time. That's good. All right. Not there. There we go. Okay. So I would enter that. And the one thing I do need to practice though is targeting like of 1 to 4. Like that's what I'll go for, right? But if I just go for like a 1 to 1 with heavy risk, my win rate would probably be cracked. But let's go ahead and place order, save, because normally I would be targeting like down here. I would be targeting way down there, but I think greed has been getting to me recently. And a 1 to 4, that's amazing already. So we'll see what happens. All right, we're up 1,000, down 80, 200. Yeah, not looking good. So see, but if I did 1 to 1, would have hit. All right, so we're gonna test that out. There's been multiple times 1-to-1 would have worked. So we're gonna see if my strategy, if I did 1-to-1, if it would work much better, like ridiculously better, or maybe if I just once 1-to-1 is hit, I go break even or something. Like I should have put my stop here because there's no more gaps to be filled, but regardless, maybe we want to come up and take it out now on ES. Bro, my stomach has that feeling like after you take a sip of wine, I want to drink some wine, bro. Can't wait till I'm freaking just profitable, doing good, and live in Sarasota and can just freaking walk around and just get a wine, have a nice dinner, and then go walk on the beach. Alright, we took it out. It is 10:20. Alright, whatever. Alright, cool. Alright, so 8 a.m. Boom. What happened here? Did we come up and fill the final gap? No, we didn't. Okay. Anyways. So we're bearish. Very bearish. So we have those lows with those relative equal lows. London lows. Alright, cool. Same thing here. We made an SMT there. Another SMT there. We would just target there. Okay, cool. So right now we're gonna mark out that. Pre-market. We're bearish. So we're looking for some sort of liquidity sweep right now. Coming up. I guess there was news. Alright, so we swept that low on both. Continuing down 840. Swept London lows. Now we're bullish. Alright. No change in state. So, but see, this is like a time where I would go down, look for an entry, but look, we didn't sweep any liquidity. So that's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to trade. And this also looks like a very high impact news day. Alright, anyways, so that day I wouldn't have traded. Alright. Alright, so took out previous day high. There's previous market lows, Asian low, London low. If y'all are wondering what I'm doing, if anyone ever watches this, the only thing where your ear gets itchy, but you can't itch it. Alright, we made an SMT off of previous session. Just mark out that low, bro. That little gnat needs to die. Alright, we got all those lows there. Took out previous day on both. There's like a little dotted line, by the way, if you guys can't see it. Anyways, So, all right, let's see. Market opens. All those lows. I'm assuming we're going to be bearish. Let's mark out pre-market high real quick. All right, liquidity sweep. Changing the state of delivery to the down. So now we'll hop down to the 1. Mark out the final gap. Go 1. It's now 9:05. Let's mark out the final gap on ES2 actually. If we do fill it, this day's looking very good because they seem very, very, very lined up. Is that 9:30? 9:20. Market still hasn't opened yet. Is that market open? Oh, 2 more. 1, 2. There we go. Filled the gap on NASDAQ. Looks like we're going to have one of those SMT days. Immediate down reaction. So, from what we know, I think we just got a bullish reaction out of a high time frame too. I think I'm going to enter short, but just go for a 1-to-1. Stopped out. Okay. So we're completely done with that. We're not gonna be trading if both gaps aren't getting filled. So we're gonna see how we react when if ES fills this gap. 940. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Macro opens. Made another SMT. Yeah, looks like we just want to go down. Oh. Yeah, at this point, I think it's donezo, bro. Well, finally filled it. 10:38. I could possibly still be trading. So we're gonna see if this is still holding. And if so, we'll target down there. 1-13. Alright. Alright, let's see what happens here. Stops out. Okay. So we made another SMT. But the one on ES is holding. So we're actually gonna immediately re-enter that. And just fucking give the market all the money it wants. Bro, this has happened to me the past few days too. My over trading has come from because I see this so much. My entry will happen, I'll get stopped out, and then it goes down. I'll re-enter, I'll get stopped out. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then it freaking, the final time that, like, once I'm decide I'm done, it actually plays out. Which is very frustrating, not even mildly. Not even mildly frustrating, very. But yeah. Alright, so we'll do one more day. I'm really hungry. Let's go to the hourly. Asia low. London low. High right there. Hello? What the hell? The freak was that? Alright, we swept it on NASDAQ now. Filled the 5-minute gap. Nope. So 15-minute change in state of delivery. Final gap is right here. Alright, we finally filled it. I wouldn't enter because it's late in the day and ES didn't fill its gap, but Let's just see. Oh, we actually would have got a 1-to-1 right there. Dude, maybe the 1-to-1s are the moves. Or the move. The move. Let's go back to 5 minute. The final gap on ES is somewhere around here. Around that line. Let's see if we get a reversal here. So we do. Okay. So it fills in this 5 minute gap right there. And then we get a reversal. And we could have entered there. Okay, okay. Entered stop there. Possibly target down there. Stop being greedy. Target right. Target this one. Alright, stopped out. Okay. Could have got 1-to-2. So if we did 1-to-1, would have hit. Made it SMT. Could we possibly continue lower now? No. Alright, whatever. This is a terrible session. Just trying to keep myself accountable and keep doing it. Learn a couple things. I'm not going to be entering anymore. I need to follow all my rules. Not going to enter unless both final gaps are filled on both indices. The SMT thing still holds valid. And wait for prominent liquidity to be swept. What are the rules? If it's like once we're 1-to-1, put stop loss at 1-to-1. But peace.